Good evening here, and welcome back to the Sim Racing Belgium Twitch channel for round 2 of the Race Room Communities League RCL. After an incredible first round filled where we streamed split 1 of the quali round, we saw some clean, respectful and tight racing at the Laguna circuit. This evening, now split 2, so every quali stage we switch to a different split. There are 4 quali rounds, 4 splits, so we can introduce every driver here at the Race Room Communities League. And as we return for another showdown in this Mazda MX-5 RCL League, where 15 leagues, you see them in the upper right corner from around the world, 15 leagues from Race Room have united for one massive international Race Room Sim Racing Championship. Tonight's battleground, the challenging and technical Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course, a real driver circuit where consistency, precision and patience make all the difference. Currently in the qualifying with 17 minutes to go, all drivers now on their out lap, maybe already doing their flying. Yeah, indeed, Peter Daniel, one of the top drivers in split 2, now busy with his first banker lap. What to expect? So with round 1 behind us, drivers are now settling into the quali rhythm. So the qualifiers for the 5 main races of the Race Room Communities League. So most of the drivers are hoping they qualify in the top 8, so they will reach the broadcast split here on our Twitch channel. I think Peter Daniel won't have a problem to finish in the first 8. So second quali round, Mid-Ohio doesn't forgive easily. Expect some battles, tight, hopefully tight packs, and some brave side-by-side moments, especially True Madness, Thunder Valley. Maybe also an overtaking spot is the next corner for Ariel Zatoni up the hill towards Keyhole. So buckle up and get ready for another chapter in the RCL Mazda MX-5 Cup. Live right here on the Sim Racing Belgium Twitch channel, round 2 at Mid-Ohio. Let's maybe first look who are the top drivers here in Split 2, and maybe we can now switch towards the results file and also, of course, also the quali standings for Split 2 here. And as we switch, and as Peter Daniel makes us a slide here in the twisty second sector at Mid-Ohio, we will switch towards the results file for Split 2. As we can see, yeah, one top driver here, Peter Daniel, on top with already 2 wins, 2 first race and second race win, as we saw also in Split 1 with Thomas Ribeiro, also in Split 2 Peter Daniel, then Gunnar Rickes in second place, Fotis Zuglu, it's already going into place, so Gunnar Rickes also 2 times second, Fotis also 3 times second, but then for fourth place there are some changes. Jason Underwood in fourth, Adam Komorowski, Stefan Frinks, Sven Samler, and then on between 8 it will be very tight. Same points as Sven Samler, Ariel Zatoni, Wilfried Sevilla, Frank Hidalgo, and Henny Lefebvre, maybe trying to get in that top 8 spot. Let's switch again towards the quali. Already 6 minutes on the clock, and we see our Sim Racing Belgium driver. So yes, indeed, Split 1, no SRB drivers, but today we have one, and one of our, I think, our top driver for Sim Racing Belgium, and currently in the lead. Of course, we see below Peter Daniel already on a purple first sector, but for the moment Gunnar Rickes on top of the quali standings. Let's maybe let's stay with Peter Daniel, also a purple second sector, 2/10 down on the time of Gunnar Rickes into the carousel, last corner before coming to the short start finish straight, and a new leader, a new pole sitter, Peter Daniel from Czechia, 1.5 tenths faster than Gunnar Rickes. Oh, also Gunnar, 2 purple sectors on the finish line, and again re-overtaking the pole, Gunnar Rickes for Sim Racing Belgium. Let's maybe look towards our chat. Today also we have a lot of ESR drivers. In Split 2 we had, I think, 4 Race Room Netherlands drivers, so Split 1 is for the Race Room Netherlands community. Today we are with an ESR community. 7 drivers are racing for ESR in Split 2, so a real ESR split. ESR is standing for Eat, Sleep and Race community, so it's a community I think from the UK, and they are racing in Race Room, also in Assetto Corsa Competizione and Automobilista 2. Maybe as Sim Racing Belgium, if they are listening, and hopefully they are listening, the ESR drivers towards the stream, maybe after the race, maybe they can also have a look on our Discord, also the ACC community, as after the summer we start with our final season of the Sim Racing Belgium ACC League. As ACC is coming to an end, we do one final season. So maybe for also the ESR community, have a look. Maybe you can join the Sim Racing Belgium Season 10 of ACC. Maybe it's now also the time to have a rundown on the drivers. So let's look if I can maybe go towards some ESR drivers. I think not every ESR driver is in the split, as I don't see our team leader of ESR, Martin Edmonds. No, only one Canadian driver, so the other Canadian driver not yet on the server, but we will start already. So for ESR we have 7 drivers with Martin Edmonds as their team owner. The Marmalade Marshal qualified in the leaderboard standings in P22. Runs ESR like a well-oiled machine. Martin Edmonds keep ESR running smoother than double cream scone on race day with just a hint of chaos. As you can see, we are P22, so one of also the top drivers. Expect him around P5. Then the second driver, and currently in P8 in the quali, Adam Komorowski, our American ESR drivers. Komodo Komorowski qualified on the leaderboard in P50. Silent but deadly, Adam Komorowski strikes hard on the track, leaving ESR fans roaring for more. And let's switch to the other 2 ESR drivers. Steve Davidson, currently driving in P7. The Maple Maverick, the second driver from Canada in ESR, fueled with maple syrup and northern grit. Steve Davidson races with the heart of a true Canadian legend for ESR. Let's wait before the other ESR driver pops up, and that's Oscar. Correction, Wilfredo Sevilla, currently in P11 on the qualifier with Ohio. Siesta Spade qualified in P94, our Spanish driver, cruising easy under the Spanish sun. Wilfredo Sevilla knows when to relax and when to play his winning card. Siesta Spade. Then the final ESR driver, Steve Davidson. Oh, we already have a Steve Davidson. So let's then wait before the other driver. Did I miss an ESR driver? Yes, I missed one. Ariel Zatoni, also racing for ESR and currently in P3 during for the quali. Our Argentinian driver Ariel Zatoni. Switching towards the other drivers, and then switching directly towards our top driver for Motorsport Absolute Ace Light, Petr Daniel, the Bohemian Blaster from Czechia, on the leaderboard. P1 on the leaderboard, so in theory, on paper, the best driver here on From the 150 drivers, the best driver on the leaderboard, gravel, mud or snow, Petter Daniel sends it full throttle, rally style, no questions asked for the driver from Absolute Motorsports A-Slide. The other driver is also not on the split. Maybe waiting for him to join. Our Polish driver. We had some Polish drivers in split 1, also in split 2. From the Polish Eagle Hunters, Rafał Kapka. The eagle of the track, flying the white and red with grit and grip. Rafał Kapka steers through tarmac like he's chasing Warsaw at full throttle. RCL Toro qualified P78 in the leaderboard. Let's see, only 5 minutes on the clock. Petter Daniel again re-overtaken the pole. A real battle between Petter Daniel from Absolute Motorsports and Gunnar Rickes from Sim Racing Belgium. Then in third position from Isar, Ariel Zatoni, but yeah, directly 7/10 behind Petter Daniel. So a real gap between the top 2 drivers and then the main peloton. Let's maybe now run down some privateers. 4 privateers on the grid. Matt Barron from America, the Baron of the backstretch. Qualified P34, ruling the long straights and tight turns. Matt Barron brings hometown grit and horsepower to every lap. A home race for Matt Barron today. Second privateer, Oliver Erner, currently P17 on the quali. From Switzerland, the Alpine Blade, qualified P122 in the leaderboard, cutting through corners like the wind. From the Matterhorn, the Alpine Blade, swift, precise and cool as the Swiss speaks. Oliver Erner brings clean lines and Alpine fury to every lap. Third privateer, Fran Hidalgo, currently P10 in the quali. The Mazda Matador from Cordoba to corner exit. Fran Hidalgo dances this red beast like a true Mazda Matador. It's not a red beast. Hidalgo driving in the light green Mazda MX-5. Leaderboard P74, so around mid-pack, and as you can see in the quali also around mid-pack. Hopefully they're still joining some drivers here on the splits. Currently split 2, not yet full, with only 3 minutes into quali. Second driver, Mark Kruger, the Kruger Blitz, leaderboard P36, German driver, lightning fast and unrelenting. Mark Kruger strikes the track with German precision and thunderous speed. Maybe we can expect a good sector in Thunder Valley from Mark Kruger. I think we will not be able to run down every driver, but I see 2 SRB drivers in this on the server already. Alan Kale in P16, Kale Clutch from the UK, 2 SRB drivers. Kale the Clutch, smooth hands, steel nerves. Alan Kale's old school crafts keeps SRB rolling with British grit. And the second driver for the SRB community, the team owner of SRB, Nicholas Campbell, The Stormborn of the Fjords qualified in P30, forged in Viking legend and Thunder. Nicholas Campbell commands the track with Rod of the Northern Gods, founder and fearless leader of the SRB community. Next drivers will be for the stop between race 1 and race 2. As we only have 40 seconds on the clock, do we have other drivers on the track? No, only 4 drivers on the track and already finished. So currently on pole, almost the same results as the race 1 results from Laguna Seca. Peter Daniel on pole, next to him Gunnar Rikke second row. A slight change is our driver Ariel Zatoni, and next to him from the Petrolheads team Fotus Zizuglu. Timo Konecny, as we also know Timo from the SRB races, in 5th. Nicholas Campbell 6th place. Adam Komorowski is our team 7th. Also teammate Steve Davidson in 8th. Sven Semler, Frank Hidalgo, Wilfried Sevilla. The Lefebvre legacy in P12 and P13 for the Race Room Netherlands team. Andreas Ebert, another 3rd Dutch driver for the Dutch racing team, Willy van den Hurk. Only 3 minutes on the clock. Maybe it's also now the time to have a look on the Mid-Ohio circuit. So nestled in the rolling hills of Ohio, this 2/4 mile road course is deceptively tricky. It offers a blend of high-speed sections and tight technical corners. As we know, China Beach, Madness, Thunder Valley and the Carousel. That demands some smooth input and absolute concentration. Also, the second corner, an important corner, a slow hairpin keyhole that sets up the long back straight, a critical overtaking point. So keep in mind, turn 2, a critical overtaking point. Let's see. Maybe just time enough to introduce our Race Room Netherlands drivers. One privateer, Willy van den Hurk, the Tulip Tornado, leaderboard P118. Willy, the Tulip Tornado, blowing through the circuit with Dutch pride and unyielding spirit. Willy van den Hurk, the heart of the Dutch racing team. I think Willy van den Hurk was qualified around P14 here for race 1 at Mid-Ohio. And then we will switch towards our 2 Race Room Netherlands drivers, father and son, Henny and Niels Lefebvre, Henny Ouwe Lefebvre and Niels Zandwolfje Lefebvre. Father and son from the canal paths to the dune circuit of Zandvoort, the Lefebvre legacy steering Race Room Netherlands with old school skill and Dutch pride, masters of the craft and keepers of the Dutch racing tradition. Father and son, hopefully a good race for the Lefebvre family. And as the clock is now at 0, we will switch towards the formation for the standing start here at race 1 at Mid-Ohio. On the first row, Peter Daniel, and Gunnar Rickes. Don't forget, after race 1 there will be a second race, also 30 minutes, and with a reversed top 5, so only the top 5, but maybe it can already have some fun race 2 actions. In split 1 we saw the second start, outstanding start from 5th position of Thomas Ribeiro. Can we see that also in split 2 here in race 2 at Mid-Ohio? On the right, Peter Daniel. On the left, Gunnar Rickes. And race is on. A good start from Gunnar Rickes. Will he put his Mazda directly on the inside of Peter Daniel? No, also Ariel Zatoni with a run on Gunnar Rickes. Now Gunnar defending the inside towards Keyhole. And I think everyone is away, almost without incidents. Also a good start from Nicholas Campbell, SRB driver, already gained 2 places. Behind him Timo Konecny and Fotis Zizuglu from the Petrolheads. Fotis, car number 15, yes 15, lost 2 places at the start. Gunnar very close towards Peter Daniel as we finish our first lap here at Mid-Ohio. I expect around 19 laps here at this track for race 1, a 30 minutes race. Ooh, very wide Gunnar in the first corner. Of course, a lot of exit curb in turn 1 here at Keyhole. A long hairpin, I think second, third gear. Then here towards the back straight, width for overtaking not easy with the kink. And then a heavy downhill braking zone into China Madness, off camber. Sometimes tricky to understeer here, and then we go into the twisty second section of Mid-Ohio. Of course, normally overtaking not really possible here. But if you're driving clear or you need to close a gap, here you can do it, here you can make the difference. Now coming into Thunder Valley, and then the last sector, the carousel, a long right-hander switching to a left-hander before coming towards the finish line. Ooh, already a first DNF, Sven Semler. Our privateer, we didn't run down with the driver's sheets as Sven Semler. Hopefully he will stay for race 2 here at RCL. Ooh, Fotis with the maneuver on the inside. No, it's not Fotis, it's Timo Konecny. It was Timo Konecny with the attack on Nicholas Campbell. Nicholas Campbell now with Nicholas Campbell on the inside of Timo Konecny going towards China Madness. Turn 4 here at Mid-Ohio on the brakes. But again, some clean racing between those top drivers. Ooh! Almost a snap of oversteer for Timo Konecny. Just saved it. And maybe Nicholas Campbell and Fotis are also now thinking to stop maybe the fight, because the gap is growing towards the top 3 drivers. Top 3 drivers running away, 2 seconds. Oh no! In the chat, Rune van den Broek. Rune van den Broek, a Sim Racing Belgium driver. But racing in Split 4. I was surprised to see him here in the chat. We don't expect the drivers currently in the chat. No, your championship is not over. The rules are saying also 2 skip results are into play, so give it a go in the last 2 quali races. A top 8 is only needed, so Rune van den Broek, one of our top drivers, I expect maybe still him able to battle for a top 8 place here in the RCL competition. Keep the head up, Rune. Yeah, and of course, in Race Room you cannot re-log in, so if your game is crashed, you have a disconnect. Yeah, that means it's unfortunate also a DNF for Race 2, so Rune van den Broek, his evening is over. Yeah, maybe train for the next race, the next quali race in 2 weeks. Also here at our channel, and of course we will broadcast then Split 3. Split 3 with... I don't know who are the top drivers in Split 3, but we have 2 Sim Racing Belgium drivers then. Yves Sitters and Chris Willems, and Nicholas Campbell on the inside in towards China Madness, trying to have an overtake on Timo Konecny now with the outside, a long left-hander, but still keeps his car next towards Timo. Not easy here in the twisty section. Also, Fotis is waiting for a mistake of the Timo and Nicholas Campbell. And also other drivers are now connecting towards the this 3-way fight. First car that tries to connect with P4, P5, P6 is in P7 from ESR, Adam Kamarowski, and then his teammate also the Canadian Steve Davidson. and Nicholas Campbell into keyhole. Let's switch camera. Now real side by side on the back straight, on the right in the black car. Timo Konecny, no Nicholas Campbell again. Going into single file. Foto Suzuki with the bump on Nicholas Campbell, bumping him almost side by side again in China corner. Let's Fotos is now really looking also for an overtake on those two battling cars. Again, now already 3 laps side by side, tight packed racing here. Still no mistake, crossed fingers. Of course, the Mazda, a real easy car and really easy to have door-to-door battles. Of course, in the GT3s that would be more difficult than these easy, slower cars. Let's see. Are there other battles? Yes. Is Nicholas Campbell making a move? Not yet. Maybe now. Waiting for the back straight, but already side by side. Ooh, Nicholas Campbell lost it almost. Let's maybe switch towards an heli overview. Yeah, side by side. Again towards T4. Of course, not easy to have the inside. And here you see it. If you have the inside line, yeah, you lose too much speed. Ooh, overtake done. Yes, overtake done by Nicholas Campbell in the twisty section after China Madness corners. And Timo Konecny can remain his P5. Of course, he needs to now look in his rear mirrors. Foto Suzuki really close by also. Let's maybe now switch. I think the battle is hopefully done for a few minutes, so we can switch towards other battles on track. A battle between Frank Hidalgo and Niels Lefebvre. A battle for P9. So the battle behind the main peloton. And then also his dad Henny Lefebvre in a fight with Wilfredo Sevilla. And other drivers are a little bit further away. Maybe also a battle, yeah, no, not really, between Willy van der Hurk and Alan Kale. Ooh, on the top, Gunnar Rickens with the overtake. The race lead now for Sim Racing Belgium. Gunnar Rickens with the overtake on Peter Daniel. In third place, Ariel Zatoni from ESR, trying to close the gap for the lead of the race. 2 seconds now down. If Peter and Gunnar remains fighting, we are almost now halfway race 1. It's real possible for our Argentinian driver to close the gap. As we are talking now, 1.7 seconds, so already 3/10 down. Driving with Gunnar Rickens here, a lap on Mid-Ohio. Uphill braking zone, a real overtaking opportunity maybe for Peter Daniel into keyhole 180-degree corner. Second gear, switching to third gear. Now Peter Daniel Konarik is with the defense on the inside. Let's switch again towards the battle for P4. Nicholas Campbell, Timo Konecny, Fotosuzoglu, Komarovsky and Davidson all battling it out for a P4 here in race 1. Don't forget, second driver of this group will start in pole, so the first 2 drivers of this group will have the first row of race 2. Timo Konecny lining up maybe to have a better exit. A lot of curb exit, not the best exit, because Fotosuzoglu now are really on the rear bumper of Timo Konecny, side by side. Fotosuzoglu on the inside towards turn 4, Timo on the outside. Yeah. Ooh, some understeer. Oh, a nice switchback from Timo Konecny, and remaining his position in 5th position, Timo Konecny. Luckily, Timo saw that coming. A nice battle here for 4th position in split 2. And Nicholas Campbell trying to run away from the 2 fighting Mazdas for Timo Konecny, Fotis. But if the gap remains under 1 second, you still can have some slipstream from the car before you. And the 2 ESR drivers again losing a little bit of feel, of a little bit of connection between the first 3 drivers of the group. I don't think Dirty Air is coming into action here in the Mazdas. So I don't think the tires will heat up that much if you race close together. So that cannot be the reason that the 2 ESR drivers are letting a gap. And as you can see, yes, 9/10, 1 second. I think Adam and Steve Davidson are now losing the slipstreams of the cars in front of them, but what a battle, almost 3 wide in towards Keyhole. Timo Konecny on the inside, Nicholas Campbell, sorry, Timo on the outside. Oh, Nicholas Campbell pushing Timo towards the outside. with only 10 minutes on the clock, the battle is heating up, and as we can see on the top, Peter Daniel again with the overtake for the race lead. Gunnar back to second position. Now let's quickly go again towards the more fierce battle for P4. Of course, the drivers also know they can't go real all in, because if you place the Mazda into the barrier, yeah, that means that you lose a lot of places, and the most important thing of those of these quali races is to finish in the top 8. It doesn't really matter if you finish 5th or 7th. Yeah, maybe some you can of course always gain points. Maybe the last race will be a terrible race with 2 DNFs, then it's of course much more easier that you have a point lead, but the most important thing is to finish in the top 8. We have Sven Semler in the chat, also with a disconnect. So Rune van der Broek in split 4 had a disconnect, now a disconnect of the steering wheel, so technical problems for our 18th driver here, Sven Semler. Yes, of course, yeah, real unfortunate due to the disconnect. He also quitted the race, and yeah, therefore, of course, yeah, that's race room. One of the not that funny things of race room. You can't rejoin an ongoing race. Also, not race to. Also, we see Benny Paulus in the chat. Benny Paulus, my teammate for, in 1 week, the 8 hours of the Nordschleife Porsche Cup. Next week in Assetto Corsa Competizione. Ooh, Timo trying. Oh yeah, of course, Fotis is now also in front of Timo. And at the front of the race, still a tight battle for the lead. 1/10, yeah, maybe go towards the Gunnar for Sim Racing Belgium, very close, trying to have a first win here in Split 2. So we know Peter Daniel at Laguna Seca with a double win. Gunnar Rick is 2 times second at Laguna Seca. So Gunnar now trying his first victory, to have his first victory in the RCL competition. I need to switch towards the main battle, the battle for the 4th position. Nicholas Campbell defending from Fotis and Timo Konecny. Now going again towards Keyhole, uphill braking zone, the most and the best overtaking zone. Not. Ooh, cockpit camera on the inside. Ooh, Nicholas Campbell was closing the door for Fotos Zizuglu. Let's see, are they still side by side? Yes, indeed. Now towards another overtaking zone, this time downhill braking zone. Off camber corners, China Madness. Timo Konecny on the outside, trying to have an opportunities. No. Coming into the twisty section towards Thunder Valley. In the back you see Adam Komorowski, the grey Mazda, trying to again reconnect with the battle, but Adam Komorowski really on the limit to try to follow this main group. But of course, if those cars keeps battling it out, it means that Adam can't stay with this group. And what happened with Steve Davidson? Lost now 8 seconds, so I think we have an incident for Steve Davidson. You don't lose 8 seconds in 2 laps. And in the back we see a heavy fight, a fight for P9 with an overtake of Niels Lefebvre into turn 1 from Hidalgo. Ooh, with the switchback, but luckily Niels Lefebvre didn't hit the wall, only some picking up some grass and reconnected in P10. Maybe, I think it's a racing incident, but maybe for the RCL stewards to have a review on this incident. And of course we missed now the overtake for P4, a new P4. First time we have Fotis Ezuglu in the lead of this group. And as you can see in the leaderboard, the top 2 drivers still 2 tenths away from each other, so the battle for the race win is still going on with 3 minutes 30 seconds on the clock. That means we have another 2 laps to go. Sven Semler, Benny Paulis still chatting it out in the chat. Real unfortunate that maybe that instead of some driver swapping or weather or night racing in race room, they maybe need to have their focus. What is happening between Campbell and Timo Konecny? Campbell was pushing Timo towards the inside of the track, now losing a little bit of the connection with Fotis, but as I was, Gunnar Rick is really close towards Petter Daniel, and blue flag situation here for the top drivers. Yeah. Oliver Erner really going out of the race line. So as I was saying, maybe race room needs to have their focus on maybe to reconnect on an ongoing race. Of course that means that you are some laps down, but that also means that you can maybe participate in race 2. Maybe let's switch towards our driver in 3rd position, also from ESR, of course, now having a lonely race, not able to follow, of course that's normal, our top 2 drivers, but from ESR, our Argentinian Fury, Ariel Zattoni. Nice 3rd place for Zattoni. Heavy fights 4P5, Nicholas Campbell, Timo Konecny. Nicholas Campbell driving for the SRB community and Timo Konecny for the Gentleman Drivers Club. Ooh, and Adam Komorowski, and as you can see, the slowdown penalty did some grass cutting in Tender Valley. Yeah, and final lap. Let's now switch. But is the battle done? 0.4 of a second. Let's wait until turn 4. But here with the white flag on last lap, I think the gap is big enough for a third win for Peter Daniel. Yeah, let's maybe now switch towards Foto Suzuglu, Nicholas Campbell, Timo Konecny. An important corner for a battle for P5, a battle for the pole position in race 2 between Nicholas Campbell and Timo Konecny. Because the winner of this battle will have pole, the loser of this battle will have a P6. But of course we can't miss the finish. Timo, take it easy. And the top drivers now going into the carousel. The win for Peter Daniel for the Absolute Motorsports A-Slide team. And then in second position, Gunnar Rickes for Sim Racing Belgium. Two nice drivers battling it out. For ESR, the last podium place, Ariel Zatoni. And then the battle is won by Fotos Zizuglu. And then a fierce battle in the background. Nicholas Campbell, Timo Konecny. Blue car is on a lap down. Adam Komorowski finishing in P7. Fran Hidalgo and Niels Lefebvre. Fran Hidalgo, P8. Niels Lefebvre for Race Room Netherlands in P9. Andreas Ebert and Wilfredo Sevilla, P10 and P11. Henny Lefebvre, 81 years old, don't forget, in P12. Neil Wainwright in P13 for Pro Apex Motorsport Racing. Willy van der Hurk, the Tulip Tornado for the Dutch Racing Team in P14. The second SCP driver from the SCP community, Alan Kale, P15. And then with a lap down, so also already finished, our Swiss driver for our Swiss privateer, Oliver Erne. Steve Davidson with the DNF was driving behind Adam Komorowski. Not sure what happened. And the fastest lap, not for the race leader, but for Gunnar Rickes. 3 minutes down for the warm-up. Let's maybe now run down the other drivers. And that's Thomas Gundolf for the Red Rooster Racing Team. Crouches it down, flies at full throttle. Thomas Gundolf for Rooster Racing. Leaderboard P114, not able to participate this race. Of course, we know it's summertime, so therefore also the skip results during the quali competition. Yeah, we knew that we missed some drivers battling the quali out in the summertime. Second driver for a privateer, Angel Sanchez Vieira, also not in the split. El Viento Boreca, but also here battling it out in split 2. Now doing his skipped result, the Puerto Rican wind as fast as the Caribbean breeze and twice as fierce. Let's go towards our, unfortunate driver Sven Samler, the Mazda striker, Samler the striker, leaderboard P46, precision meets power. Sven Samler attacks every corner with tonic efficiency and fierce speed, of course, if his steering wheel is working. Of course, I hope Sven Samler stays in the chat so he can see what the other drivers do. Stick Martin, also known from the Sim Racing Belgium, Race Room Netherlands races, here on this channel. Let's name him The Stick, our white helmet. The Stick, a playful nod to the iconic white helmet with a mysterious and unstoppable presence on the track. Pure British racing myth, reborn here at RCL. Leaderboard P82, of course. I expect The Stick also on a summer break, maybe on a holiday. Then Sim Experience South Africa has also a driver also not able to participate. Jason Underwood, the Kialami kid, born on the Benz, raised by the Rumble. Jason Underwood rides for SA Sim Race Experience from South Africa. Then, as you could see, we have also two petrolhead drivers. First one also not able to participate. A lot of drivers on holiday. Morbid Apathy, the iron relic of the petrolheads team, forged in metal, fueled by Spite, the petrolheads slow burning storm from the Isles, a weathered warrior of the tarmac. Morbid Apathy brings vintage grit, Sabbath speed, and unfulfilling British defiance to every race. And then a driver who we see a lot in race 1, Fotis Sizuglu Mazdrakalis, leaderboard P14, here in race 1, battling it out for P4. It's Fotis Mazdrakalis, forged in Greece, part philosopher, part petrolhead. He drives like he's debating physics at 200 km an hour. We need to check if Fotis Sizuglu is still driving for the petrolhead team, because I saw him with a privateer marking and not anymore with the petrolhead team logo. Then for Dub05, Stefan Frinks, as we know him also from the Sim Racing Belgium races. Frinks, their machine, probably also on a holiday, built with Bavarian consistency. And I need to stop the driver's overview as we start here for race 2. Nicholas Campbell in the lead, next to him Fotis Zizuglu. Let's see, where is Peter Daniel in 5th place, so no Thomas Ribeiro start from P5 towards P1. No Peter Daniel. Gunnarik is still P4, P5, trying to have an overtake on Ariel Zatoni, Fotis Zizuglu and Nicholas Campbell. Ariel Zatoni overtake done. Ariel Zatoni already in 2nd position. And maybe Ariel Zatoni can quickly move up towards the race lead. Fotis almost made contact with Ariel, and now 3x3 into Thunder Valley. Gunnarik is Peter Daniel, Fotis Zizuglu, who will come out of it. Let's quickly go towards this battle. So Timo Konecny is trying to follow his friend Gunnar Rickes. As I was saying, I think RCL Tony is trying to have a quick overtake for the race lead before Gunnar Rickes and before Petter Daniel is moving up the pack. We saw RCL Tony around 5 seconds down, so if he can build a gap more than 2-3 seconds, maybe it's possible for our Argentinian ESR driver to have a win here in race 2 at Mid-Ohio. Gunnar Rickes now on the inside, turn 4. Yes, overtake is done, and yeah, Petter Daniel now pushing. He needs to follow Gunnar. Foto Sezoglu, heavy defending. And is Gunnar now making his move? Yeah, not yet, not yet. Maybe towards keyhole. Yeah, Petter Daniel on the inside, later on the brakes. Yeah, no, Photos. Masdragalis is closing the door for Petter Daniel, our Bohemian blaster. Timo Konecny now giving a bump towards Petter Daniel to stay connected with Fotis. Ooh, and a battle for the race lead between RCL Tony. Also Gunnar Rickes, Nicholas Campbell staying in the race lead. And after 5 minutes of racing, still 7 drivers in the main group within 1 second of each other. First driver behind it is also at 2 seconds, Niels Lefebvre. RCL Tony, yes, with the move into keyhole. Oh no, it's another white Mazda. It's the Mazda of Gunnar Rickes. And maybe Gunnar Rickes is now gaining an advantage because his most prominent contender is only driving in P5, so if Gunnar now can make some quali laps, and if Nicholas Campbell can drop the gap, we saw Nicholas Campbell finishing in P5, so yeah, we know he's almost 1 second slower than Gunnar Rickes. So if he is holding up Petter Daniel for 2-4 laps, we already see Alan Kale 1 minute 8 seconds down. Probably Alan Kale for SCB had an incident. Maybe, hopefully he will not help his team mate Nicholas Campbell. And as you can see, Gunnar Rick is pulling away almost 1 second of Nicholas Campbell. Ariel Zatoni very wide in turn 1. Peter Daniel having trouble with traffic. The driver from the Absolute Motorsport A-Slide team, a real race room top driver. And now also losing places towards Timo Konecny. Gunnar Rickes for Sim Racing Belgium, yeah. Pulling away from the main peloton. Nicholas Campbell not able to follow Gunnar, but holding up the other top drivers here in the group, like an Ariel Zatoni, like an Peter Daniel. Let's hope, because of course we are commentators and we need to be neutral, but of course I'm also a Sim Racing Belgium driver, so a little bit cheering towards our SRB drivers like Gunnar Rickes, hopefully with the first win for SRB here at the Race Room Communities League. Peter Daniel on the back straight, trying to gain some places in the group on the inside of Fotis Zuglu. Yes, overtake is done for P5. Oh, no. Oh, again missed from the colors, from the liveries. It was an overtake on Adam Komorowski, and Fotis is now driving in front of him, car number 15. Woohoo! Peter Daniel taking a little bit too much inside curb. His left front wheel going up, almost lost his red and white Mazda. Of course, top drivers can remain control after a slip. And directly 2-3 corners after it, having an attack on Fotis for P4. Timo Konecny almost now not 3 wide. Timo is reassessing the situation. And overtake done for Peter Daniel, now in P4. Let's see what's the gap between the group and Gunnar. 2.5 seconds. We saw that Gunnar was able here at Mid-Ohio to do the same lap times as Peter Daniel, so if Gunnar Rickes, let's cross the fingers, if he remains clean, that I think he can maintain a gap of 2-3 seconds. And it's still building up, because Peter Daniel still not in first position of this group. Nicholas Campbell of SCB, our Norwegian driver, really holding the stop here on this group. Oh, a mistake done. Ariel Zatoni Oh, real unfortunate for Ariel Zatoni. Was a clean driver. Well, unfortunate, no replay available here. Nah, only P11, of course. All Mazdas really fighting close together. If you have a spin, you lose a lot of places. Yeah, it was Peter Daniel was really pushing his Mazda through the pack. I don't think it was a mistake by Peter Daniel, but of course, yeah, side by side in the car cell, not easy contact with Fotis and Timo Konecny, and the unfortunate driver of it was Ariel Zatoni. I think it's now easier for Petter to have an overtake on Nicholas Campbell because the gaps are now a little bit bigger. Of course, in this twisty section, not easy. The gap is already 4 seconds for Gunnar Rickes. Oh, yellow flag for Neil Wainwright. He was battling with Ariel Zatoni. Hopefully not a mistake for Ariel. And with another lap on the clock, Nicholas Campbell still in the lead of the main peloton. Nicholas not defending, and yeah, overtake. If you're not defending from a top driver, yeah, overtake is done. And now Peter Daniel can hunt down Gunnar Rickes. Almost 5 seconds. Can Peter Daniel close 5 seconds in half a race in 15 minutes on Gunnar Rickes? Hopefully the lag wasn't on the stream. I was doing some administration behind the stream. So let's see where we are with Timo Konecny. Onboard images again in the main peloton now. The main peloton is battling it out for second position, but I think Peter Daniel already pulling away Nicholas Campbell on the limit to follow Peter Daniel. The group, the main peloton, is falling apart with the high speeds now of Peter Daniel. Yeah, and Peter Daniel already closed half a second of the gap of 5 seconds. And now again 5 seconds. I need to stop doing some administration stuff. In the background, RCL Zatoni now closing down on Fran Hidalgo. Now, of course, important to have some points after a terrible crash for RCL Zatoni, finishing in P3 in race 1, and I think 2 times P4 for RCL in Laguna Seca. Of course, now making mistakes, yeah. I think the focus is gone with RCL Zatoni, but important, he needs to finish the race for some important points. Otherwise, maybe he has the risk to fall out of the top 8, but I don't think it's with 4th and 3rd places in the first 3 races. A DNF is possible, and of course there are skip results. If you do all races, you can skip the bad results of your standings. But you can really see it. RCL Zatoni was driving a great race in race 1, but after the mistake in race 2, and I don't think it was the mistake of RCL himself, but he was pushed out of the carousel by Timo, by Fotis, by Peter Daniel maybe, and yeah, now he lost his focus, I think. RCL Zatoni. Let's go towards those 2 drivers. Timo Konecny, P4, Fotis Zugli, P5. Of course, from September on, because you're now watching the quali races, all divided into different splits based on the leaderboard timings. Of course, due to the summertime, but also due to not each driver is committed to do all races. Maybe some drivers already pulling away from the championship. From September onwards, we have each month one main race, and then here at the Sim Racing Belgium Twitch channel we will broadcast the first top split, the top drivers, and then of course I think we will have the fixed drivers, 30 drivers with that we will be sure they finish all 5 races, and then we have a big grid for our broadcast top split here at RCL. Timo Konecny now coming closer towards Nicholas Campbell, and seeing the same fight between Nicholas Campbell, Timo Konecny and Fotis Zizoglu. Now a fight for P3 because we miss. Yeah, that's the mistake of Timo Konecny. The gap, he had some overlap, but of course not enough. And Nicholas Campbell remained on the racing line, closed. The gap was closed, and Timo Konecny was pitted into the grass. P6 now, because he was overtaken by Fotis and Adam Kamarowski. Eight minutes on the clock, so Peter Daniel overtook second place with 16 minutes on the clock, so halfway done, and we see he only closed 1 second down on Gunnar Rickes. So I think we have a first win. Of course, a little bit early to say for Sim Racing Belgium with Gunnar Rickes here in Split 2. Gunnar was the better driver to find a gap starting in P4, but finding a gap quickly towards Timo Konecny and Nicholas Campbell, and then a little bit later an overtake on Ariel Zatoni and then also on Nicholas Campbell. Nicholas Campbell was defending heavily and holding up the main peloton almost half a race until some mistakes happened and Peter Daniel was in the lead of the main peloton, now directly pulling away, and as you could see on the finish straight in the back, you see already Peter Daniel dooming up 3.8 seconds down now. Attacks in the background for P11. A Dutch battle, Willy van der Hurk and Henny Lefebvre. And I was already saying it, Henny Lefebvre, the father of Niels Lefebvre. Niels Lefebvre driving in 7th place, a good position for Niels Lefebvre. And Henny Lefebvre, the father of Niels, 81 years old and still sim racing. Great to see it. I'm not sure why Willy van den Hurk put his car on the pit wall and letting Henny pass by. Is he maybe short on fuel and fuel saving? Not sure. But of course, Wilfredo Sevilla from ESR now also closing down on Willy van den Hurk. But let's go towards the front of the race. After the mistake of Timo Konecny, now a new driver in the rear mirror of Nicholas Campbell. His name, Dimas Drakalis Fotus Zizuglu. And race 2, not such a tense race as race 1. Of course, the first 10 minutes, first 15 minutes with the top 8 group was really nice to see. But after the incident in the carousel, all drivers a little bit on a gap. The only battle now going on is the battle for the last podium place, in between Nicholas Campbell and Fotis Zizuglu, and the battle between Gunnar and Peter Daniel. Peter Daniel trying to close the gap, but it will be too late with only 4 minutes on the clock. Still 3.7 seconds the gap. our Greek driver now really on the, on the bumper of Nicholas Campbell. Yeah, directly the attack into keyhole on the inside. Yeah, I think all drivers now know Nicholas Campbell is not really defending turn 2, always leaving the gap open. And a new bronze position, a new driver in the bronze position, Fotis Zizoglu. Now it's the time for Nicholas Campbell to have an answer. Ooh, Gunnar Rickes, slow down, penalty. Let's see if the gap is really quickly closing down now. Yeah. 3.4, 3.2 seconds, losing almost 1 second. Gunnar Rickes due to the slowdown penalty. With only 2 laps to go, let's switch towards Gunnar Rickes. Gunnar Rickes, we did the driver sheet of Gunnar Rickes. 4 drivers to go. Maybe it's now the time to have an introduction towards Gunnar Rickes. So, first an introduction towards Neil Wainwright, the blushing bulldog. Neil Wainwright currently in 14th position. So from Classic Circuits to Pro Apex Pride, from the Pro Apex team, Neil Wainwright, the blushing bulldog. I thought we would have the driver's sheet of Gunnar Rickes. And here it is. Gunnar Rickes, our race leader for Sim Racing Belgium. Turbo Gunny qualified in 6th place on the leaderboard. Big spoiler, bigger boosts, straight out of Group C's. Turbo Gunny Rickes brings boost, grid and 80 standards towards Sim Racing Belgium. And Gunnar now on the final lap. Let's see the other 2 drivers. Ariel Zettoni currently in P8 for ESR, our Argentinian. The Tango Storm qualified leaderboard P18, fierce as Buenos Aires Tempest, graceful as the dance. Ariel Zettoni currently in P8, sweeps the ESR track with fierce passion and deadly precision. And the last driver's sheet for the Ariel Zettoni, still not focused. And that's again Neil Wainwright. So that was it. Let's quickly go towards Gunnar Rickes. Into Thunder Valley, then Carousel. Gunnar Rickes, first win for Sim Racing Belgium. So thank you, Gunnar Rickes, from the Sim Racing Belgium team here in the Race Room Communities League. Gunnar Rickes with the win after a 3 times win of Peter Daniel. Peter Daniel in 2nd position. Fotis Zizoglu in 3rd place, just behind him Nicholas Campbell, again a 4th place for Nicholas Campbell. Then Adam Komorowski in 5th, Timo Konecny, Gentleman Drivers Club, In 6th place, Niels Lefebvre. A very nice place for Niels Lefebvre. Race Room Netherlands. In 7th place, Fran Hidalgo from Spain in P8. Ariel Zatoni, very unfortunate, not focused anymore. P9. Andreas Ebert, P10. Henny Lefebvre, a tight fight here in the last two corners. Henny Lefebvre defending towards Wilfredo Sevilla and Willy van den Hurk. Henny Lefebvre, P11 before Wilfredo Sevilla, Willy van den Hurk. And then the last two drivers, Neil Wainwright for Pro Apex Motorsports, P14. And Oliver Erner in 15th position. Let's now wait for the standings or race results of race 2. Yeah, and indeed, well done from Benny Paulus, our ACC driver here at Sim Racing Belgium. So also nice to see other not a race room. Of course, we know Benny Paulus was driving a race room in the past. So race results: Gunnar Rickes, P1 for Sim Racing Belgium. Then for Absolute Motorsports, A-Slide, Petter Daniel. Also on the podium, Fotis Zizoglu, Nicholas Campbell, Adam Komorowski, Timo Konecny, Niels Lefebvre, Fran Hidalgo, the unfortunate Ariel Zatoni. So it were clean races. Unfortunate one, a real unlucky guy after, of course, it disconnects for Ariel Zatoni. Andreas Ebert from 944 Housewife Racing Team in P10. Henny Lefebvre and Wilfredo Sevilla. And I think I forgot some other drivers. And we need to do one more drivers switching already towards staying here at Mid-Ohio, now on an empty track. P10 for Andreas Ebert for the 944 Housewife Racing Team, their Hausmeister. He keeps it clean, keeps it fast in P10 in race 2 here at Mid-Ohio. Andreas Ebert sweeps the apexes like he's tidying up the ring before dinner. Let's go now towards the load page. Let's put the music a little bit more down. And as you can see, first two races already done. First two quali rounds. The 19th of July, the next quali round for the Race Room Communities Leagues. And in 2 weeks we will be not anymore in America. After Laguna Seca and after Mid-Ohio we will go towards Europe, towards Silverstone. Not on the full Grand Prix circuit, but on the national Silverstone circuit. So a short lap this time after the long Mid-Ohio lap. Maybe let's also run down the other split standings. Of course, not the race results of today, but of Laguna Seca, of course, we saw the 2 wins of Thomas Ribeiro before Tobias Terolf. So over there we have the race results. Thomas Ribeiro, Tobias Terolf, Oriol Balmana of the French Onion Soup team, Frieder Brown, Sergei Slipak, Martin Bakker, Jay Cornish and Martin Pater in the top 8. As we move up towards split 3. So at Silverstone we will see this split. Dave Hicks there in the lead after Laguna Seca before a famous race room driver Bo Dixon. Then we know Jiri Kratchvil, Alexei Evechuk, Roland Sen, James Leake. And in split 4 where there we had an unfortunate Rune van den Broek for Sim Racing Belgium with a DNS at Laguna Seca and today with a DNF. But over there the podium, Emmanuel Biblioni, David Phillips and Andy Durnell from the Petrolheads team. So a quick go towards again the calendar. In 2 weeks, we will see each other at Silverstone here on our Twitch channel for the 3rd quali race of the Race Room Communities League. So let's quickly see the chat. No response anymore. So bye bye and see you in 2 weeks.